What's going on, everyone? This is Smitty here. Just got a real quick video using this NCAA just for the sake of a backdrop. That's all it is. So, and just let you guys know my franchise, it will be with the University of Michigan. So I will be running with that squad, getting it started up. But I wanted to talk on this real quick. Piggybacking off of SimFBallCritic's video. And I'll link his video in the description of this. But the point is in regards to like the reaction that people are having, like some people are having, especially in the sim community, that they're having in regards of these elements being brought into the game, like this formation subs and the limits that are in place. It's not the functionality of the subs being brought in, but it's the capacity in terms of what you're able to do and who you're able to put at what position. And there are people that are upset, oh man, I can't take my wide receiver and put him at halfback and do all that. Like, the thing that I fear about it, or that I would say as a concern, not necessarily I fear, but as a concern, is that people will complain, and what will happen is that it'll end up getting nerfed, and they'll end up expanding it because people complain about it. Whether it's casual, it's the casual, it's the hardcore, or sim crowd, whatever label or title we go with here. My thing is, I don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? It's bad enough it happens in all these sports games where, you have the creative vision, and we ask and we demand for all these things to happen in the game, but then we turn around and then we complain about it. I mean, you already got people complaining and the game's not even out yet. And then just think once the game releases, then they're going to be like, oh, I want to be able to do, like, you're going to have to actually understand that these players don't do this on a regular basis. You don't see Calvin Johnson never lined up as a premier halfback. You see what I'm saying? So even if I sub him in for a formation, it should be more of a, like Sim said in his video, it should be more of a package or situation specific. If it's a particular play call, then yes, he can be used for it. But not just the general, oh, we're just going to put him in the I form and he's just going to be back there at halfback at all time. Like, no, that shouldn't be the case. Or, oh, I'm going to put JJ Watt at tight end all the time. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. It should only be situational. Since yes, we do see it happen in the sport, well, yes, make it so that it's true to what we saw in the NFL. What set was JJ Watt in when he played tight end? What set did you see Calvin Johnson play as the halfback? When was he in the backfield? What set was that in, and what play call was it? Make it specific to that situation, because he's not the premier halfback. Same thing with any of these guys. You could take any of those top 5 wide receivers. They should not be playing halfback. And see, this is the thing. If the dev team, which I hope they do not, but if the dev team were to open it up and say, okay, since community is complaining, they want it this way, we're going to go ahead and open it up, and you guys can put wide out at halfback. Or you can take that, you can take your corner and put him at linebacker, and you can take this guy and do all. If you could do all these changes that are usually one-offs and once in a while, and all of a sudden they just say you can frequently do it, okay, fine, do it. But they're going to take a huge hit in terms of their skills at that position. Meaning this. Now I know Calvin Johnson's retired, but heck, him and Amir Abdullah is more elusive in the open field than Calvin Johnson would be at the halfback position. Even though Abdullah was a rookie last year, heck, you can even take Theo Riddick and say the same thing with him. And I'm referencing my lines in that case, but the point of the matter is, there's no way in the world that Calvin Johnson should be able to have the same kind of performance outside of his wide receiver position. Put him at the halfback spot. And what I mean by that in terms of taking hit, meaning his ball carrier vision, his elusiveness, his spin, his juke, his truck, all those skills should all take a hit. His fumble tendency should be higher. You know what I mean? Like, all those things, because he's not taught to carry the ball like a halfback would. He's not carrying it like a halfback. You see how wide receivers run with the ball. Not everybody, they all don't run and carry the ball like a halfback should. You see what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be an equal performance there. There should be a big time hit in terms of those skills. Even though, yes, Calvin's got all that size and everything. He's got all that size and strength, but he's not using it at the position that is best to his advantage, which is at wide receiver, not at halfback. So his overall speed, his acceleration, because we're talking about pulling him out of position and putting him in a spot and playing him in a method that he's not accustomed to being played with. You see what I'm saying? Make them take the hit. Do the same thing on the defensive side of the ball. You want to put them at that position? Sure, go ahead and do so. But they're going to take the hit accordingly. Okay? So that's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that we need to see happen in the game. Have them take that kind of performance hit. If you're going to put them out of position, if you're going to take that corner and you want to put them at safety, fine, go ahead and do that. But is he going to be able to cover like a safety would? Not necessarily, because he doesn't have the. He's not. That's not his primary position, and that's not where he excels. So because he doesn't excel there, I'm not going to put like that'd be like me saying I'm going to put Darius Slay at safety, or I'm going to put Slay and put him at linebacker. Why? I put him at linebacker. His tackling should suffer. You see what I'm saying? The skills that matter the most at that position should suffer greatly because he's not known for playing that position and the responsibilities that it holds. So he should take a huge hit for putting him in that position as a sub. Unnaturally. Now, like I said, make it play call specific according to the particular set. If he's done it every once in a while and he can excel there, awesome. Put him in that play for that particular formation, and that's it. Nothing more. So that's my feeling on it, because I never seen. Hey, look, Barry Sanders, one of the greatest top 3, top 4 running backs all time. I never seen him be this prolific route runner just because he's got great juke moves, great elusiveness, and all that. I never seen him. I wouldn't say he's a beast of a receiver because he's got that speed and acceleration, but he also has that elusiveness and he's able to beat presses at will and everything. No. If I put him at wide receiver, he's going to take a hit. His route running's going to take a hit. His catching, everything, all those abilities that made him great in one position should take a drastic hit. If I put him out of position and say by default I'm doing that because I got the formation sub functionality like you see here in NCAA. Like, no, there needs to be a penalty for it if that's the case. If they end up doing any additional quote-unquote doing any tuning to it or any broadening of the horizon, so to speak, in terms of that aspect. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This is another impromptu video here, just talking about this real quickly, but let me know what you guys think, and I'll be back with more videos, y'all. Alright guys, take care. Peace.